She did not know she was allowed to howl. For you see, she was a quiet woman. She moved through life quietly. She swam through the murky, quiet waters of a mundane world and didn't really make a splash, and knew quietly that she didn't know how to. Hers was a completely quiet life, after all, so she longed for things that she could only utter in the dark. Only in the darkness did she give herself permission to want. Her wrists would pulse and her brow would sweat in the shadows of her psyche when she was sitting quietly at work, quietly on the bus, quietly at home. Only in her shadows could she finally fantasize and dream of bodies that could search her own, would search her own, find her spots, and make her writhe in her pleasure. She did not know what it was to writhe in her pleasure. Is it because I am so quiet? She would wonder with a frown. Is it because my life has been so silent? Is it because I struggle to turn my insides to the outside like so many people seem to effortlessly do? The quiet woman worried day in and day out and resigned to the assumption that she did not know how to speak the language of her own sensuality. And she felt small and sad and withered and like a mere blurry blip on the great feminine horizon. She was a blip who could not say the deep things and ask for real things. And that was the way it was, and the way it was to be. But what the quiet woman did not know was that there was only one real thing. The thing that was always speaking, the voice that had been in the stardust in which she was born. The pulse which ran its way through her veins, which was that the quiet woman was a woman. She did not know that her hips spoke a lovely drumbeat as they swayed back and forth when she simply walked to the pot to refill her coffee. She did not know her dark curly hair whispered to those she passed as tendrils brushed strangers' shoulders, teasing them with their shapes and caresses. She did not know that her smile was, and had always been, a little explosion of light, beckoning to all, come in. It's warm in here. I've been waiting for you and will make you feel seen. She did not know that the bounce of her breasts sang out an invitation. I am alive. I am here. I want you to touch me. The quiet woman especially did not know that all of this she did know, if she only saw the woman in the woman. The woman that was always there, knowing, churning, wanting, being. The woman that was timeless and present and only needed the nod, the glance, the acknowledgement that roaring was okay. Roaring was the point. The quiet woman has a dream one night. She dreams she's naked and running under the stars, and she stops as a lone wolf crosses in front of her. It stares, speaking to her with its eyes, a language without words, yet so full of speech. It is so quiet here, she reflects, staring at the wolf. It is so quiet here, and so full. She wakes. The moon is spilling its light across the carpet. She slips off her nightgown and walks to the mirror, staring at her full hips, her dark pubic hair and long legs, her large breasts and curly mane tumbling over her shoulders. The wind blows through the window, brushing its way across her spine. And she laughs, finally, seeing the woman in her woman. She identifies her there at last, in her fullness, delighting and beckoning her forward, and the quiet woman marvels and understands that it is only here in the darkness that she is finally able to see her light. She turns to the moon and howls.